What's up, YouTube? It's Kevin here, the migraine guy, with 10 things you can do when you feel depressed about your migraine. Why would someone feel depressed about their migraine? Well, being in pain long term sucks. And even the toughest person over time can be worn down, right? That's the whole point of torture, right? Is that, yeah, you might be able to withstand a lot of pain for a short amount of time, but a lot of pain over a long period of time will psychologically break you. You just want the pain to stop. But with things like migraines, there's sometimes no specific or particular thing you can do to fix it. And you just gotta suffer through it. And after a day or two, that might seem doable. But a week, a month, 3 months, 6 months, 10 years, it gets hard. And sometimes you just might have the blues about it. So that's what this video is about 10 things you can do. So, what's the first thing I think you should do? I think you should fucking whine. Whine about it. Whine about it to a significant other, whine about it to a friend or a family member. Preface it with, like, I just need to complain for a couple minutes. Please just listen. And then do it. And if you don't have any friends or family members, or you don't like appearing weak in front of them, there are some online communities that are great where a lot of people are whining. Not because it's a whine fest, but because the whining itself, like, just makes you feel better a little bit, right? It makes you feel like, oh, I can do this. And seeing other people's whining might put it in a little bit of perspective, right? Some people have it a lot worse, right? Look up ocular migraines; those are worse. Uh, so anyway, whine. Step two, have a backup plan for your backup plans, right? You might know, like, what you're going to do when your migraine's at a, 4 or 5 out of 1 to 10. You might know, well, it's going to be a crappy day, but I can get this stuff done. But then out of nowhere, right, even though the pain from the migraine's a 4 or 5, now you're really dizzy. So maybe you're like, well, the pain sucks, but I'll go to the grocery store, help out the significant other, do some chores, finish off that honey-do list, and then all of a sudden you're real dizzy, and now you can't go to the store because you shouldn't be operating a motor vehicle. So what do you do in those circumstances? You need to have plans for that. You need to have a certain backup plan for your backup plans. What do you do when something fails? This feeds into number 3. The third thing you should do is analyze and assess everything. Everything. You need to be aware of every particular symptom, every particular pain, every particular thing that's going on when you have your migraine. Why? Because you need to know what you can and can't do. Some days with a level 4 or 5 migraine, you can go to the store, and some days you can't. Some days when you have a level 4 or 5 migraine, you need the dark room locked. Some days you might be able to put on sunglasses, but still clean the house. Kind of a nice thing for your significant other or just yourself to have, right? You might have been in pain all day, but then you can look around and take a little pride in your work. That helps boost your overall mental state, which helps combat maybe the 6 months of pain you've been in with your migraine. So have backup plans for your backup plans, and then analyze and assess everything. Step 4, try. This gets into analyze and assess. Try to have hobbies that you have maybe ranked on a list, right? And these hobbies are the ones you can do when your migraine isn't on 1 to 3. These are the hobbies you can do when your migraine is 4 to 6, and these are the hobbies you can do when your migraine is above that. Why? Well, it's just helpful to be able to do something when you have a migraine. I think probably the most common thing I've seen in reading through a lot of the comments in the forums and communities is the inability to function when your migraine reaches a certain point. And yeah, when you have a level 10 migraine, survival is the goal. Got it. I understand, but they're not all going to be level 10. So what do you do when they're an 8 or a 6? Well, can you do the laundry? Can you run the dishwasher? Can you vacuum? I think a lot of the time the answer is going to be, I might be able to do that. And then that's one good thing you've done throughout the day. The migraine didn't beat you. You can hold that in front of the migraine and say, nope, not today, bitch. I did something. So that's the first few things you can do. I have to cut this video short because the program I'm using. I'll be back in a sec with more.